Hello, you guys. It's Kurt Cobain. It's a Pisces, Moon in Cancer, Virgo rising. We love Virgo's risings, so they're readable and stuff. What really happened? The mystery to Kurt Cobain's passings away. It's a popular saying to say he Kurt Cobained himself, as he's a Pisces. They think and dwell that way, but he was Moon in Cancer. And the love of his life, Courtney Love, was a Cancer. We'll do her birth chart. Anyways, this is Kurt Cobain's. He is a Pisces in the sixth house, which is day-to-day routines. So he probably wants to be wasted all day. But anyways, the sixth house is your health. And it's your day-to-day routine and everything. And it's like having the things in order, OCDC, perfectionist kind of stuff. But he's a Pisces in the opposite sign of himself with his world by Virgo. The house of hell is the sixth house. The sixth house is a relationship with animals too. And he has actually, here it is, Mercury in Pisces, so understands the language of heaven, and it's in the sixth house. Sixth house is in Pisces. His seventh house is in Pisces too, because it's on the cusp. He has a lot of cusps on here. His Lilith is in the seventh house, so he's going to be like other people that are attracted to him. He's going to attract people that he seems opposite from, but then he acts like them. And it will be an Aries. Oh, hell yeah. Just like me, bitch. Yes. But it's in the opposite house. And mine's not in the seventh house. But that means he lives now and never. So he a hero. And in the seventh house, he'd be attracted to people like that each of each other don't want to see in a way. His Saturn is in the sixth house. Okay. So this is awful. His Saturn in the sixth house on the cusp of the seventh house, okay, means, okay, no, his seventh house is, his Saturn's on the cusp of, let's see, the eighth house. Okay. Yeah. The seventh house and the eighth house are on the cusp of each other, and so is the freaking seventh house and the sixth house, sort of. Okay. Okay, so like if his North Node in retrograde is in the eighth house, this is the eighth house. This is the passing away. It's on the cusp of Taurus. Look at that. It's right in the middle. This whole house is Aries shared with Taurus. It means in Taurus, he'll look beautiful in his coffin, stable, financially secured, happily old age, and passing away. With it being an Aries on the cusp in the eighth house, this could also mean he spent too much money, other people's money, real fast, without thinking and stuff. And he could have a head injury, allegedly, because eighth house rules sex, death, transformation, allegedly. And disclaimer, this is my analysis on the eighth house, which is the house of where you can pass away, rise from the phoenix in these personalities with this Taurus quality, this Aries quality coming out with this Lilith in Aries. He's rising from the ashes, bringing himself back to life if anything happened to his head injuries. But he was supposed to be happily old age with finances secure, passing away. It would all be paid for. And he looked beautiful in his coffin. But head injury, Aries, he has Saturn in the sixth house, which means his intestines could be challenged. He had pain, sufferings of intestines, and it was really upsetting. And stuff like that or whatever. And it's a day-to-day health thing. Like, you have to take care of it or it's going to be a mess. But he's a Pisces in the freaking house of hell. Oh my God, with his ego there. His rising sign is Virgo. Queen, love everyone who's a Virgo rising. Y'all are just got the glowing light. Y'all are the angels. You're bringing this, helping me see messages in you. You just sit there and glow, bitch. Just glow for my Pisces, for the Pisces. That means you're going to have seventh house Pisces. You also have seventh house Lilith Aries. You see them different from you, but you keep on attracting them. And you are Virgo rising. You'll identify as a Virgo rising. You'll be like, I'm nothing like that. I'm nothing like you. Pisces, the seventh house is still on the cusp of Pisces, Aries. It means that you would attract a bunch of addicts, insufferable people, And you'll see yourself different from them because you'll be like the designated driver to those types of people. You'll end up being like, feeling like you're obligated to be the one that's above the water of that, even though secretly you would be joining in on that bullshit. And you have here Mars in Virgo. So you're really not that sexual. You just want to spend the day routine with somebody or whatever. You're kind of stuck up when it comes to perverted stuff. So you are more critical of that. Your North Node is in. Wait, no way. No, your Mars is in Scorpio. Oh my God, that's a red flag. Oh my stars. Okay, your 8th house is your passing away. Your North Node is in Taurus there. And the 8th house, Aries cause Taurus, okay? And I don't know what, it's in retrograde. So it has to be reviewed, your passing aways and everything, and your financial security. It passes away with your relationships, the valuable things of relationships. This is Kurt Cobain's birth chart, and his 10th house is in Gemini. He uses his voice in the public's eye and on camera. In the career, his hands, lips, and lungs mattered in his career. Too many hats. He could drive, be a good driver, good taxi driver, Uber driver, whatever. Some with his hands, be a sewer, communicator. The public's eye. The 4th house is in Sagittarius, which is another red flag, but it's okay because his Virgo rising comes off as clean and perfection as an angel. He's an angel face rising. That's why he looks like an angel and he's a Pisces. But the 4th house is in Sagittarius. That is like the most disgusting house, which to have Sagittarius in. I mean, the house is supposed to be, your home. And also look at this. His 4th house is on the cusp of Capricorn. It's mainly leaning towards Capricorn. He does have a cusp here in his 4th house. It's leaning more towards Capricorn in his chart. So he had to grow up fast, and you better work, bitch, just like Britney Spears. But it's on the cusp of disgust Sagittarius, which means he had to travel. He doesn't have a home. It's all his houses are foreign lands. He's always traveling. But it would be hard for him to keep a home because of it's in Capricorn. It means he had to grow up fast. He probably had to buy his own car. Hello. He probably got a job really fast when he was young. Hello. In the public's eye. Hello. And his midheaven is still just in Gemini. It doesn't seem to be on the cusp exactly on a Cancer, even though his moon's a Cancer. His mom's mothering and nourishing. And it's in the 10th house. And also, his 10th house. Okay, never mind. His 9th house, he has trouble going to bed. He run off his nerves. His chitter chatter in his head before he goes to bed. Probably a bunch of talking. Before he goes to bed, he needs to. And he to go to bed, 9th house. In his philosophy. 2 faces. And then when he wakes up, he's Sagittarius, happy-go-lucky, clown on the cusp of Scorpio. His lips and lungs, his hands, Scorpio. So, that's interesting. So he'll be like chaotic when he wakes up, a happy-go-lucky clown, and ready to learn, be the view of God. And he might have a messy house and unhygienic bullcrap habits because the 4th house would be a mess, a slob. And also in the Capricorn well, he could just build his own house or something if he wanted to, probably. Who knows? He's unsolved the cusp. He's sort of Pisces cusp Aquarius, but he's a Pisces and is in the 6th house. And then he has a 5th house in Aquarius. He's everyone's true friend on the holidays and very social, into one-night stands, or his 5th house because ruled by the heart. He might have challenges with his heart a little bit. Who knows? His ego is outcasty, weirdo for the underdog type of things in the party house of the exotic Leo performing this. And then his 2nd house is his eye, his right eye, which is Mars. He could come off as threatening. Scorpio. Ooh. On the cusp of his lips. His lips are Sagittarius, and it is Scorpio. His hands, his lungs. So they expand or whatever. I don't know, and, like, the way he thinks and stuff communicates deeply and intensely and happy-go-lucky kind and philosophically. You know, he'll talk of philosophy, big talk about the big picture, the view of God and preachy stuff, okay? But so his right eye, ruled by Taurus, is the second house, and his possessions and food. Freaking, why is his Mars in Scorpio? It means jealous and controlling. We ain't have enough of that. It's on the cusp of Libra, love, but it might not be. It's totally in freaking Scorpion. His Mars, how you get mad, your sexual expression. Oh my God, red flag, Scorpio in the house, which means you don't like to get mad easily. Unless you nitpick him, and then you scold him, you wish you never got mad. That's how that might go, you know. And you don't want F with that person because you know what Scorpio rules. Passing, it rules things like rising from the sea is success transformation. And Pluto rules like offing other people allegedly and being off if it's in the 7th house. But this would mean head injury and spending too much money and doing things without thinking. And you could pass away beautiful, happily old age, though. Taurus and financials occur, and also by relationships. And it's in retrograde, North Node in Taurus here in his 8th house of occult knowledge, which he's supposed to move forward to and collect, which he lacked and came here to gain. And his North Node, that's North Node, your purpose, his purpose. And then his South Node is in the Scorpio. He already came here and learned and teaches sex, death, transformation, and occult knowledge. He teaches it to the world, and he came here to gain the possessions and food and the comfort of the world and the cool, groovy grandma sweaters. Hello, and fashion. And the occult knowledge stuff and be psychic stuff. Death, his purpose, and his relationships. And who he is and being a leader in the darkness of despair and other people's money that he would spend fast and too quick without doing anything, thinking. So maybe his relationship could give something to do that, and then they would get inheritance from him because look at the financial security that's happening with the 8th house. He will be financially secure, beautiful in his coffin. It'll be paid for, all that. He's a singer. He's using his voice in the public's eye right here, the 10th house. I mean, that is really literally in his 9th house before he goes to bed. Sing before he go to bed. Be his career while he's asleep, while he's, famous. Moon in Cancer. He has Jupiter Cancer. He can turn anybody into a home, be a homeless shelter for all people in retrograde. His luck. Is that his luck? I don't know if that's a luck planet. I'm getting confused by these. Yeah, the North Node is in Taurus and it's in retrograde. Oh, he's Pluto in retrograde. They have to review his marking. His Uranus in retrograde at a standstill. That's all it is. And then his Jupiter, his luck is in retrograde as well. His Jupiter is in Cancer. He's lucky with a home and family. Family, mothering, have a mother. Jupiter, 10th house, public's eye. Ooh. So anything, any career that he aims at is going to be so lucky. Going to be well known, super famous. Oh, so lucky. Jupiter makes everything lucky. It is the arrow. It is the hole, the target. It expands that with this Cancer sign where it is. Just like I think everything he will sing about is like a love song. Just like Taylor Swift is a Sagittarius, but her Jupiter's in Cancer, and it is so all her songs about her boyfriends and stuff. And like they make me think that this Jupiter in Cancer makes me think that she's a Cancer, but she's not. But and this is in his 10th house of career, 10th house. If you have Jupiter there or Sagittarius, you're super lucky and you're famous. It's automatically you're gonna be well known no matter where you go and what you do. Everyone's gonna know you. And then at home, you're gonna be like completely opposite. You're like, from all that. Public's eye, lucky, and expansion, and Cancer, turn the mother of pop, like Britney Spears in a way, because Cancer there. He's everybody's mother in the music industry, and he's everybody's speaker and musical hands. And yeah, so that's cool. His eye will look very could be threatening or with that eye more in your face, ready for a war. I need to face it. You're ruthless with this eye. And then your left eye, which is ruled by Pisces, is in Virgo. Virgo. So your soul, you need to perfect your soul. You're like the opposite in the soul, spiritual realm, and the polarity of it in a way. Okay. Your feet will be some kind of concern. Your unravelings, your intestines is Virgo stuff. And this is in your sixth house of Saturn. So it's kind of affecting your soul. You are in between this suffering, and your soul has these freaking symbols in here. We're gonna find out what it is means. Uranus, Sun, usual futuristic soul, and it's Virgo. Day-to-day routines. You can't sit still. Day-to-day routine. You have an unusual health, unpredictable health problems. And with your intestines or something, with your digestive system, what the heck? And relationship with animals, and you'll have a futuristic way of whatever. And then, like, you might astrology person, your moon is in the 10th house. So, something with your mama, you gotta grow up fast and be your Mercury's in Pisces. You understand the language of heaven. It's in your day-to-day routine. Your Mercury is in Pisces. Oh, your Cryon is how you heal yourself. It's in Pisces as well. So you probably do substances, like get ways to try to heal yourself, because you try to heal your spirit and always trying to heal your spirit. Your Cryon, how you heal yourself, your ego, and your spirit. And that's in the 7th house of what you're attracting. You're attracting people that you heal yourself to heal them or something. You're doing things with them that are like, messed up stuff. Neptune usually rules that. Your Neptune is in Scorpio. That could be the cause of your passing away in the 3rd house. Your neighbors could be dealing with it. Your siblings could take your inheritance from whoever gives you inheritance. And plus, it means getting wasted something, altered stuff in your 3rd house. And you probably do that when you're in your 10th house on stage, but you probably don't. I don't really know. It's like when you wake up, you usually want to do something like that Neptunian. You'll have troubles going to sleep because you have 9th house Gemini. If you're Kurt Cobain, I don't know if this is your chart. I don't know. And see, he has this passing away to some cusp of Taurus and Aries. I mean, this is a combination of things. He has Lilith and Aries. People don't want to see him do this, but he becomes repulsive. He thinks about thinking, and he thinks about himself, and he's selfish, but he lives in the moment. He could create a moment for other people to live in, and live the moment, create a moment for other people to live in, kind of thing. And he's now or never has work now. Like if he sees somebody drown, he's gonna work to jump in right now. No one else is. He's a leader. He's his own leader. He's gonna attract people like that. He's gonna see them as different from him, but secretly he's gonna be like that. And who knows, spend other people's money? Like, it's in the 8th house on the cusp of Taurus. I wonder if the sky of that has the cusp too. But up on the top, everyone's going to see this, how he feels, his career, his public image is going to be all seen publicly. All this, his passing away is public, and it's his destiny on the right side. Everything on this side is destiny. Everything on the left side is he's creating his own destiny. He learned about the scorpion stuff. He came here to teach. He does his own destiny. His left side, his mother. I mean, it's like divided in the middle. This side, the left, which side is this, is his, how he meets people right away. He creates his own Virgo rising self-image, and then how he feels is all going to be public. His mom be public, or something. His 4th house, kind of private at home. He's more a hard worker at home, just like Britney Spears. You better work, bitch. And lessons learned all the time, like just hardworking, just so tired. But in the 10th house, except for his mom, shows up. He's creating his own talent right here, his 10th house. But it's also public and always seen. And on the side of this is the destiny, his passing away. What? His relationships are halfway private, halfway public. His way he thinks is halfway private, mostly private, but it's destiny of how he thinks and communicates. And his day-to-day routine is half private, half a little bit of public. The people what he does, people don't want to see publicish. Destiny to do this though. Destiny, his purpose on here is destiny and public, right there. And his parties are private, but destiny, social life, destiny. His soul is he creates his own image, and his life over here, private, not seen. His neighbors, his home, but still in his career, it will be seen. Hardworking Mitch. Oh my God. So it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that type of stuff. Well, what about what about Courtney Love? And what about all these retrogrades? His luck, his Uranus, his Pluto. His Pluto is right here on his rising sign. And his 12th house is Pluto. Basically, his 12th house is in Virgo. And his rising sign is in Virgo, intercepted, but it's like cusp Libra. But it's not. It's actually full-blown Virgo rising, but it's not cusp Libra. But it is cusp Libra because the first house is right here. This whole thing is Libra, cusp, Virgo, but Libra does Virgo, even though it's got all this Libra here. So he identifies as not just by himself. He identifies himself as a relationship. Like, I'm with Courtney Love. I'm Kurt Cobain. I'm with somebody. I'm a partner. He identifies himself. He comes off as married to somebody else. He's always somebody else's, and somebody else is his. How he identify as married or something. And Virgo rising, like a Chad rising. Oh my goodness. And Moon in Cancer, easy mother life or something. 10th house could give him a career. But he had to grow up fast. Like, no home. He could have his home taken away from him. His life is foreign. His home is foreign. He'd have to live with his sisters, brothers and sisters. And they're all in foreign lands. And they also took the inheritance of his parents if anything happened to them. Also, he would have... What is Neptune in the 3rd house when he wakes up? He wants to get wasted or something, be on camera. And it's in Scorpio, where he might get mad when he get up. Hey, wake up. Ready to run and exercise. And what chaos when he wake up, don't touch me kind of thing. Excuse me, but he'd be like all desirable to everybody because he would exude this type of sexual power and the way he talks. And how he transform others with his voice. Okay. It's very Neptunian and soul-like driven and psychedelic and soul with it, like his Pisces self in the 6th house, a day-to-day routine. And Courtney Love, let's look up hers. Courtney Love, virtual art. Let's just see it. Let's just see it. I want to look at the wheel because that's what's going to happen. Is this happening? Okay. Courtney Love is a Cancer, Moon in Cancer, Mother Nurse. Her North Node is in Cancer. Her purpose, and she gave me a gain, is on the cusp of Gemini. Is to be a voice and stuff, and use her lips, lungs, and hands. Her Mars is in Gemini, which means what she says, lies, and goes. Storytelling, puts you in a guilt trip when you get mad, when she gets mad, a two-faced talker, a liar, or a compulsive liar. What the hell did she do when she was questioned about Kurt Cobain's missingness? She wanted to tell on herself on one side, and the other side say, show he's missing. Where could he be? Let's just make up things that could have been about what's happening and just keep on telling them that. Like, start telling them, like, what can you do but exercise your voice in this situation? When you put your willpower in. And then you are also Venus. Your relationship, honeys, is with you treat everyone the same in a relationship, sort of, and then you drop them, travel, whatever. I don't know. Let's see. Ninth house before you go to bed. You want a home, your mother, nourishing, cuddle, or something. You want your family in your bed. Your purpose is to have a family. You came here to gain a family. You came here to gain a family before you go to bed, to get some sleep, have a philosophy you don't have, and it changes all the time. And your philosophy is family. Your mother, your midheaven is Cancer cusp. You're the mother of Pop, and you're also on the cusp of Leo. Ooh, in the 10th house, basically Leo. You're a lion in the stage, performer. At home, your mother was prejudiced, racist, and she could be just your best friend, distant. And then on the cusp of that, Capricorn. Mm. Your third house is Capricorn, so you'll have kind of probably speech impediment spells or something. Your North Node, you like came here again. You already teach the world how to work really hard and be responsible and grown up, and your siblings. And being a voice, you could have it all taken away from you, given to you. Public speaker, given to you, taken away from you. And then Lilith and Sagittarius, people want to see you do this. In the second house, be petty with money. Second house, ruled by Taurus, your possessions. And it's also your right eye, right side of your face. You'll look like a horse. And people don't want to see you be a clown on the right side. Okay. Okay. And then be a clown with money or whatever. And inconsiderate and whatever. But you have a big eye view of God, philosophy with your money. And it can change. I don't know. When people don't want to see you do things with money, be proud and arrogant about what you've done with it, how you got it, traveled for it, or something. Foreigner, get it in foreigner list. Okay, so you are a Scorpio. You're a Libra, cusp rising. What the hell? You are a freaking Scorpio rising. You come off as threatening, sexual, and stuff. And also, you have Neptune right here, so come off as underwater looking. You'll change, shape, shift, and you are Neptune and Scorpion in your first house. You know what that means, okay? You come off as a Pisces, nice person, sweetheart, maybe psychic, angelic looking mermaid. But at Scorpio, it's very threatening too and ruthless. And your moon is in Cancer. You're like a triple of water, but your moon is in the 9th house. Your sun in Cancer is in the 9th house of philosophy and view of God and preaching and just like going traveling and going adventures and having an exciting time before you go to bed. Like, hello. Yours is about like your midheaven, and you have to be on stage before you go to bed or something. Like, you need to go out there and film an adventure to get your philosophy felt and had like just, I don't know, freaking awesome. Sounds good. Your mom probably traveled you around or some bull crap. I don't know. It probably did get you to places. Your Venus is in retrograde in Gemini. Yep, your Jupiter's in Taurus. You're lucky with possessions and money and relationships. You can put anybody, marry them, and value them. And it's in your 7th house. You attract people who are lucky with this and valuable and money. And you are attracting this. You'll see them different from you because you're chaotic and they come off as a chaos, ruthlessly hilarious person, someone who is feared and stuff like that and intense. Your rising sign is Scorpio. Either people are going to hate you or love you or whatever. Gray in between. It's kind of hard to deal with somebody with a Scorpio rising. And it's still on the cusp of your soul. Your soul has got a beautiful soul. Libra, 12th house. Okay. I don't know what the hell that X is. What that even means right here. I don't know. But your 8th house here, you're passing away, is in Gemini. Your brain, your lips, your lungs. Quit smoking if you are a smoker. If you have 10th house. Gemini, please stop the unhealthy things about your lungs. Get some licorice root, allegedly, and disclaimer. And your Mars in Gemini, so you will trap people in a conversation and lies and however you tell your stories or whatever, and no one, they'll be trapped. Once you say something to them, they ain't gonna be quiet. They're gonna come up to you and yell at you, and you're gonna make them look like they're yelling at you and attacking you, but you got them to speak up and stuff because this is a fight going on with the communicate stuff and the words that you say. And also, it's in your Venusness. Okay. Your North Node, as you already learned, all the family stuff. You came here you live in that. And you came here to gain the public's eye and reputation and stuff. And this is your destiny you create, which is your own career. It's publicly seen. Your private life at home is not seen where you're an outcast, you're Aquarius, a weirdo, and you're just rebellious and want to learn and know everything. Ego, 10th house, everyone sees you being the queen, narcissist, a queen, performer, celebrity. On the cusp of queen of pop, Cancer, mom and pop kind of thingy, but it's like 10th house is in Leo, the performer, the celebrity. And your Mercury is there. How you think and communicate on the cusp of Cancer, so you'll bring voices to emotions, emotions to voices when you speak. And you'll also have speak and sing, and people will listen to you perform. Your thinking and how you talk will be a performance, a circus show. Creative as creative can be. Creative projects in your 10th house, all gonna be shined in on that one. And how you sound beats your Mercury up in here. And it's in your midheaven, your public image, Cancer, cusp, Leo, 10th house, in your career. There you have it. When you're at home, you have to grow up too. And it's also Aquarius. Okay. Social outcasty stuff and stuff. But, good for the underdog and stuff. You have your challenges with the 5th house of your heart and your soul. You could have, and your cryon is in here where you heal your soul. You have to heal your soul. And you think you have to do that when you go to parties, holidays, one night stands. Is how you heal your soul and your soul and your feet and your challenges with your feet and your soul is here with your dad. Must have neglected you, made you go to foster care. And if you didn't learn compassion, you're going to have to get a disease, or allegedly, and you might end up with one to learn a lesson about how to have compassion and forgiveness to other people. You probably had to learn forgiveness to your dad because he probably left you into foster care, neglect, and get you unconditional love. Probably rather get wasted than take responsibility for you. You also will have challenges with those type of things, which is getting wasted kind of things that could challenge you with, give you opportunities to do this. And it's think that you're probably trying to heal yourself with this because your crown is there. It's not the way you, and it's in your 5th house of, everything's a party. And it could just, hello, Pisces. You can challenges with Pisces. You learn lessons to freaking Pisces way. And your crayons there, forgiveness in yourself and your spirit. What the heck? And your undoings and your hidden talents and how you heal yourself. When you're doing your healing talents, creative undoings, and so cool stuff, you can have opportunities and they'll take it away from you. Your soul can be taken away from you and given to you. Oh my gosh. And it'll make you very depressed and stuff like that. But it'd give you psychic ability. If you wasn't on stuff like that, it's not good for you. You have PP psychic, and it's in retrograde. So, your Neptune's in retrograde, Scorpio. That is like stinging yourself with it. You don't want to do that. But whatever. And it's I guess in your rising sign. Is that really in your rising sign? I'm kind of slow. It is in your rising sign. You'll come off as somebody underwater, mermaid bitch. Yes. And it's the psychic thing you're leading to. You're looking for that Neptunian lifestyle to survive. And your Scorpio rising, savage, ruthless. Oh my god. You attract a bunch of stable people, Venice secure people. Girl, sugar daddies. Your Mars, the Gemini, that's a psycho. But when they're mad, they're going to talk. They're going to speak more than a freaking Cancer that's going to curl up into a ball and be like boring and silent because this Mercury is awesome. It's in Leo, man. They talk, we listen. We want to hear them express themselves intensely, dramatically, and it's performingly. Hell yeah. Okay. Okay. See this? Challenges Christ, Jesus. Her dad, but her mom was mothering and nourishing, but in the ninth house, traveled. Yep, already learned how to travel and teach it to the world, and came here to gain a home and a family, which she pretty much did, and also she will be very beautiful in her coffin, but it's her lungs that might make her pass away. And it's also Mars. She'll spend other people's money too fast as well that she gains. She'll spend other people's money. She might drive too fast. Head on collision, head on injury, allegedly, a disclaimer. And she'll be beautiful in her coffin and financially secure, and her funeral will be paid for. And she'd get inheritance if she married somebody. If she married somebody, she would get their inheritance, and she'd spend it all like an idiot real fast because it's in the 8th house, Mars, okay? And this Gemini thing, okay? And her brothers, siblings might also get to take what inheritance she might have somehow or something. They might steal from her. Who knows? And she's attracted to her siblings. If it's somebody who would be like her brother or sister or something like a relationship, and a neighbor, and she loves, and multiple. She will be multiple relationships because you can't have just one. You have to have a community. And when your Venus is a Gemini and your Mars is a Gemini, curious about more than one. And you trap other people with the fake guilt of the hypocritical things that you say. Like you'll be like, oh my God, your car is red and it's high insurance, but I'm driving a red car because my loan insurance is lower. And I'm going to make you feel guilty about something I'm hypocritically doing myself. Mars and Gemini speaks. And also, what's a red flag about this one? It's in the 8th house. Her Venus is in the 8th house. If someone passes away, she gets their money. She's looking for salvage of sugar daddy. And Mars in the 8th house means she's super jealous and violent, wishes revenge. But Kurt Cobain also has Mars in Scorpio itself. But this is a red flag because they're not afraid of making someone pass. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Disappear. The Mars in the 8th house or the Mars in Scorpio, they're not afraid to making someone disappear themselves or what Pisces. The Kurt Cobain's Pisces, okay? But also, there could have been a duality, who knows? With the head injury, this could also mean her passing away too, a similar type. Someone could try to make her take their money from her too. If they ever married her, and then same thing. inherit each other's money through this marriage relationship with this person and being a sibling. And this jealous, controlling person, you don't want to put them in a relationship. They're a passionate person, a love lover, a transformative person. Oh, you can't help to be desirable with this person with a Venus in the 8th house. We love that. But this person looking for shameless sugar daddies. I'm going to get them intense life or death, sickness, and health. This is where she is. And this Mars there too. When she gets mad, it will be 8th house thinkings. It's no good and very loud in her head. Voices in her head run off her nerves. 7th house, she's gonna attract all these stable, beautiful people, lucky people. But she's gonna see herself different from them because she's a Scorpio rising, chaos, and also Neptune. Creative soul, underwater person. Oh my. She doesn't even have Libra in here somewhere. She has a rising signs, a beautiful face, Libra. She'll come off most embarrassed son of all the zodiac signs. She's embarrassed, but she will identify as I'm with somebody. I'm married. I'm with Kurt Cobain. I'm Kurt Cobain's boyfriend. She'll always identify as somebody else's love interest. I'm somebody else. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm just somebody else. I always will be married to Kurt Cobain. I always will be married to somebody. And she wants everything to be decent, artistic girl, but mostly plain Chad stuff she's come across as, but she's not. She's got why is there Scorpio in her first house too on the cusp? I don't know. It's not, but her soul will be beautiful too. 12th house in her relationships in the soul. Ooh, another life. Virgo 11th house. She ain't no health guru. She's 10th house performer. And Madonna, a celebrity. 8th house. Spend too much money of other people's and Mercury, her lungs. Be careful. You know. And you're lucky with relationships and you're lucky with other people's money. 7th house, Taurus. And financial security you'll gain. 7th house, Taurus, Jupiter, Taurus, 7th house. Lucky with marriage, Jupiter, 7th house. And your identity is somebody else's marriage. You're a little Sagittarius, traveling and stuff, being happy-go-lucky, gaming with life, being inconsiderate. People don't see you be like that, but you do, and be proud and arrogant. And you heal yourself by forgiving yourself. Your fortune's in freaking Scorpio, which means inheritance from passing away and stuff, and from other, inheritance from other people passing away. And it's in your first house, what you're after, you're looking for, and you come across as. And your soul is beautiful. And it's in Libra, and your feet are beautiful. And we love to listen to a Mercury and Leo Beach. I love the explanations of that. I love listening to them. People talk beach. That's a great placement for Leo to be in. And you'll have below lives. Okay, that's the glory of love. Hey. Yep. Poor Kurt Cobain had North Node and Taurus. He was to you used to loving emotional intensity, South Node in Scorpio. Thank you, Kenny Lee T1E8F. Sarah Lee 80. I love Lee. Scorpio. Hi, party Cancer sign. Cheers, Dash. Thank you. Cheers. Well, that was my little thing on that. If y'all want to watch some Carrie Board Housewife is going to be doing a thing. She's going to be covering the case of Kurt Cobain's passing, and who knows if Courtney Love's going to be in it, acting like Casey Anthony, which would be another cool thing for you to cover, Carrie Board Housewife. I dare you to cover the Casey Anthony thing, because that was like pretty much how Courtney Love acted when detective was trying to ask her about um what happened to Kurt Cobain and what happened to Casey Anthony's daughter, or who is Casey Anthony? I'm so confused. What was her daughter's name? I'm confused now. I know that Casey Anthony is a Pisces. Her daughter was a Leo. And yeah. And I should look at their birth charts and look at their passings. If even the Pisces had her time of birth or even cared. Maybe her mom did. Who knows? Because Pisces don't want to take responsibility for her children. Who's going to be the star of the show, Leo? Excuse me? Excuse me? Why would you do something like that to your baby in the car? Obvious evidence. Obvious brat behavior. Obvious compulsive liar. Trauma disorder of what you did because you didn't want to take responsibility for your children, and you were jealous of your mother's relationship with your children. Casey Anthony, look it up. That's my perspective, my analyzation on that. What else happened? What other things that you could cover? Gypsy Rose Blanchard, this American sweetheart, geeky girl that sounds so funny and cute and sweet, but she looks so evil, and she has evil characteristics and personality fallout traits of intentionally saying to her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, whatever, the other guy, I forgot, who did something and that she asked him to do with her mother, which was wrong. And all that other stuff, crazy. Being one of those YouTubers who do true crime, period. I just look at their birth charts. I already did Jibby Rose Blanchard's, Dee Dee Blanchard's birth chart. It was a twist, beach. It was a twist. Okay. Two kiss and twist. What did they say on Saturday Night Live? Two snaps and a kiss or something. And twist and a kiss. Oh, no. That's the story of love. Sorry if that was boring. That was Kurt Cobain's birth chart analysis and a little bit of Courtney Love's analysis. So maybe I should change the title. Toodaloo. That's the story of love.